Mr. Vikram Nair.
Sir, my response will also cover written questions 26 and 27 from yesterday's order paper and written questions 21 to 22 in today's order paper. Sir, suicide is tragic, personal, complex, and multifaceted. It's a sensitive topic, and we need to bear in mind that the nature of public discourse may affect the actions of others, especially among the young. To address the issue of potential suicide, the best interventions include building mental resilience, encouraging help-seeking, spotting early indicators for crisis intervention, and supporting individuals who are in crisis. This approach requires help from many stakeholders. There have been multiple initiatives introduced across agencies to raise awareness and build mental resilience. At the national level, the Health Promotion Board's MindSG portal and the It's OK to Reach Out campaign promote self-help and provide guidance on maintaining good mental well-being, such as managing emotions and stress. In addition, the National Council of Social Services Beyond the Label movement addresses mental health stigma and promotes social inclusion for persons with mental health conditions. To enable children and youth to take active steps in building their mental wellness, mental resilience is taught in schools through the refreshed character and citizenship education curriculum. Peer support structures are also set up in all schools and institutes of higher learning to help youth cope better with stress. We also recognize the important role that parents play in children's mental well-being. HPB rolled out a campaign in 2022 to help parents better understand their child's emotional health, identify early warning signs, and provide support for their child. Meanwhile, in the community, well-being circles have been set up to strengthen community and peer support by equipping citizens with the skills to care for their own mental well-being and that of others around them. We are making a major push to engage seniors who live alone, lack social support, or are at risk of social isolation through our Silver Generation Ambassadors and the network of active aging centers. Assistance is also available in the community for individuals who are in psychological distress. Community mental health teams supported by government and set up by social service agencies provide mental health assessment and psychosocial interventions for such clients. Those requiring crisis support can access crisis helplines such as the Samaritans of Singapore hotline and Care Text Service and the Institute of Mental Health's Mental Health Helpline. CareLine, a 24/7 social support hotline, also provides social support and emergency response services to seniors in distress and is operated by staff who can speak various dialects. Many of the above-mentioned services in the community are provided at no cost. The Interagency Task Force on Mental Health and Well-being continues to review existing interventions and is working together to enhance the quality and accessibility of mental health services. At the same time, society plays a critical role in upholding a supportive social environment where there is little or no stigma against mental illness, where friends, family members, and individuals feel safe to seek help, where parents work with schools to address their children's stress and challenges, and where everyone takes active steps to build up our mental well-being. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Vikram Nair, keep it short.
Just two quick clarifications. The first is in relation to the people who died from suicide, is any analysis done on whether any of these people had sought assistance before that? And the second supplementary question is whether or not access to mental health should be made as easily accessible as access to GPs. And some are allowed to use CHAS cards and so on for such consultations. So it may be that access to regular counselors or psychologists would be helpful to manage cases that are surfaced. Thank you.
SMS channel.
So indeed, when a suicide occurs, we do look at whether there were things that we could have done better if that person had sought help before or interfaced with professional services, there are a significant number who had not sought assistance before the tragic events. As to Mr. Vikram Nair's suggestion about improving access to counselors and psychologists, and as well as the capabilities to the people who do access, indeed that is part of the work that the Interagency Task Force on Mental Health and Wellbeing is studying. And there are a number of ways to do this. One is to find ways to reduce the barriers for people seeking help. Some of that is stigma, some of that is information, some of that is where the services are provided. Another approach is to provide increased personnel in the locations where people perhaps might seek help so that there is a more capability. And the third is to provide capability to other types of professionals where people are seeking assistance of another nature, but where now they can continue to go on to seek mental health support as well. And we are exploring all of this as part of the work of the Interagency Task Force on Mental Health.